Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Sonia Unapologetic. My name is Sonia, and on this channel we talk about mental wellness and living a free life from a Black woman's perspective. So before we go any further, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell to be notified every time I post a video. I'm coming to y'all today to talk about the former Miss America and extra correspondent Cheslie Kryst. Unfortunately, yesterday, January 30th, 2022, she took her own life. She was also an attorney as well, and it seems like a lot of times when someone takes their own life, the first thing people will say is, she was so beautiful, or she had all of this going for herself. And I wanted to explore that further because a lot of times people think that depression and mental illness of any kind is only designated for certain types of people. I guess like people will think if you are successful in everyone's eyes, if you are attractive in everyone's eyes, that somehow depression will skip over you. And I don't know what was going on or why Cheslie took her own life. From the reports, I see that there was no note left besides her saying that she wanted everything left to her mother. But there wasn't any note that explained why she took her own life. But I just want us to get out of the mindset of thinking that depression has a certain look. And I talked about this in a prior video called "Are You Qualified to Be Depressed?" A lot of times it seems like if you have a certain resume, if you will, to where people think you check off all the boxes, it's almost like people are annoyed that you have the audacity to be depressed. And so I can see how someone in Cheslie's situation may have felt dismissed or embarrassed. And I don't know if that's the case. I don't want to disrespect, be disrespectful in this video, and that's not my intentions at all. But I'm just thinking that I'm sure many times people in a situation like Cheslie's will feel like if you're an attorney, you're on TV, you're a correspondent for Extra, you were Miss USA, and you have this beauty. A lot of times you feel like if you go to someone and tell them about your troubles, your depression, you're feeling down, that people will feel like, what do you have to, feel down about? You have this, that, and this going on. And so then you may feel like you don't want to bring it up again. So I just want to encourage everyone that, anyone around you, if they come to you and they're having issues, to listen, to not judge and think that somehow, they shouldn't be depressed because of what's going on in their life. You just never know, what's going on behind the scenes. And there's many times to where if someone's depressed, you might want to know, well, why are they depressed? And many times there's not a why. For many mental illnesses, people want to be able to have the why, to know what has caused this. And that can cause even more frustration and anxiety as well, because sometimes if you go to someone and you say that you're feeling depressed, it's almost like they're wanting to help you get out of it. And so they're probing and probing and probing for the why, Well, why is it? If you know why you're feeling depressed, then, maybe, we can help you get out of it. And, sometimes there's, not a why that someone can maybe pinpoint. Sometimes your people are just in a very dark place. And for anyone who is in a dark place, if you feel like you're going to several people and you're getting dismissed, don't give up on finding the person that will listen to you. I always encourage, professional help and, any type of emergency, mental health services. If you have to check yourself in, to some type of mental, institution. And I know there's a lot of stigma behind that. And I know that, there might be some embarrassment behind that, and there shouldn't be. And I know when people are in the midst of everything, it's hard, to, it's easier said than done. I know that it is, but, I just, encourage, anyone that's just in, a very dark place, just know that there is someone out there that understands, know that there is help. And, don't ever feel embarrassed. Don't ever worry about, what's the aftermath? If I check myself into some type of institution, what are people going to say after or whatever? Take care, of yourself. I hope that this encourages someone, but, since this channel, is about mental wellness from a Black woman's perspective, I just want to, say to anyone watching, just, check on your friends, encourage your friends. When someone is telling you about problems they have, there's a time for, tough love. I guess there's a time not for tough love. So I think a lot of times, sometimes well, why are you feeling this way? And, you have this, that, and this going on. You don't have any reason to be depressed. I think the intentions aren't bad with that, but, sometimes that's not what people need to hear, because, then they might, maybe you'll laugh it off and say, okay, I'm okay. Because, then they've gotten that tough love or that advice. But then they might just feel like, well, next time I'm just not going to go with that person. Next time I'm, just not going to, go to my friend and tell them, that I'm feeling depressed. I'm just going to act like everything is okay. So that's just my, word for that. Depression has no face. It has no, situation. It has no occupation. Anyone can be depressed, no matter what. So I encourage us to stop having the mindset of when someone takes their life and, they're what you would deem as attractive, for the first thought not to be, oh, and she was so pretty, because that's one thing that I'm hearing a lot about the Cheslie Kryst situation immediately. And, rightfully so, she was a beautiful woman, but I guess I just dig deeper to think, like, why is that the first thing that, comes to mind? Like, are we saying that because we're thinking that a person's beauty would exempt them from being in that situation? I don't know. I guess I'm just kind of thinking about the situation. It's very heartbreaking. It broke my heart. And I see a lot of people were heartbroken. Like, even if they didn't know her, it's almost like people are feeling like, man, like it hits home, like it feels like you lost, someone in your family, or you feel like you lost someone that even though, we didn't, know her personally. And it's probably just because so many people looked up to her, and, seeing her be, a Black Miss USA, and just, seeing, her smile just, light up a room. When I looked at videos online, it just seemed like everyone who knew her and, worked with her, they just talked about how she was always smiling. She just, seemed to have had, a beautiful, personality. And, just me looking at these videos, I would have never guessed that she was dealing with, any type of, troubles mentally. So that's another thing too. You can see someone smiling all the time, and just, you're thinking like, wow, she never seems upset. And every time I talk to her, she always lifts my mood because she's always smiling. And you just never know. So don't just check on your friends that seem like, they're down, and you know that they're going through something. Check on all of your friends. Ask, anyone, in your circle, no matter if they seem like they're smiling all the time, ask them if they're okay. Because I know even myself, a lot of times I feel like I want to just go ahead and put on a happy face, because I don't want anyone around me to know what I'm going through. And also, a lot of times I'll feel like I need to put on a happy face, and I want to lift everyone else's mood, because I don't want to bring other people down. Or if I feel like everyone else around me, have, good stuff going for them, or there's some good news and everyone's, celebrating something. If I'm in a dark place, I might feel like, no, I'm not gonna, I'm gonna mask this. I'm going to keep a smile. I'm going to do everything I can for people to know, not to know that I'm in that situation, because I'm going to feel guilty if I bring the energy and bring the mood down. So, that's something else to think about. I guess that's the only thing I have to say at this moment. It's just a very sad situation. It just really breaks my heart, for her family, for, friends, just for everyone that knew her. My condolences. And I guess, get down in the comments if, you've ever, dealt with any type of depression, if you've, had friends, family members. I guess let's just talk about it. Let's talk about in the comments, what do we think are things that we can do to encourage others, and for others to feel like they actually, have someone to talk to, and that they're not alone, and that the only option, isn't taking their lives. Like, what can we do? So that's all I have for now, everyone. Again, share this video, like, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell to be notified every time I post a video, because, I will talk about, more issues like this. And I will talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.